Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday, the 12th of August, 2024. I hope you are keeping well. It's a bank holiday here today, and I don't believe I actually have any work to do, except a little bit on the computer, maybe here or there, but nothing really, nothing substantial, I should say. So that's a nice, relaxing day I shall be spending in preparation for tomorrow when I have to do more work. I used the Guardian in the name of the title of this channel because I rather like the Guardian, but I have to say that it's definitely not a perfect newspaper. Of course, there's no such thing as a perfect newspaper, like perfect anything else. But you know, it has its failings, and I'd like to point out a couple of failings today in today's edition. In particular, two items that I thought were lacking in substance. First up is a quote from Christopher Steele. Do you remember him? He of the famous or infamous PP tape. Do you remember the ex-MI6 officer who actually was proved right on just about most things on Donald Trump's what's the word? I was going to say op-ed. It's not op-ed, is it? His Operation Research that was started and then taken over by the Democrats. Started by the Republicans, I think, and then taken over by the Democrats. And, you know, gave lots of information about Trump's meanderings in Moscow and other dealings from him, which were very suspicious. But of course, the press focused on the PP aspect, which, because it's sensational, which was never proved and was never really put forward as a major part of the report, just a possibility, right? But the press seized on it, and of course, you know, when it wasn't able to be proved, you know, Trump disparaged the whole report as lies, but actually most of it was actually proved to be true. Anyway, he has been quoted as saying, you know, there are, well, not quoted very much really. He's a former MI6 agent. He's not in the loop, but the article in the Guardian says, oh yeah, there is. He says, oh, there must be clear Russian influence in the online social media stuff, which has caused the recent riots in the UK. Well, I mean, I could speculate like that. There is nothing, no kind of proof. I mean, I'm sure that it's true. I mean, I absolutely am sure that it's true because of what we already know about what's going on. But there aren't any facts in the article. There are no. It's all. They're probably doing this. They're probably doing that. It's really very poorly substantiated claims. The other article that I want to mention is an article about kind of what they call smart insulin, about for those people suffering from type 1 diabetes, which looks really interesting. But again, it's one of those typical newspaper health articles, which is kind of promoting projects that are looking for funding, always looking for funding. It talks about 6 projects that have this idea of an insulin that can kind of work when needed for people who have type 1 diabetes, which is a wonderful thing. Let's hope that it does come to fruition. But again, it talks about the funding and, you know, the 6 projects, etc., etc. But again, the headline and the article don't exactly match up, and we're left to not even know what stage of testing these medicines are at. So there we are. Criticism of the Guardian today, even though on the whole I think it's not as bad as most of the other newspapers. Let's put it like that. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? This is the New York Times hard level puzzle. We'll start with 5s blocking down here, like so, giving me a 5 there. And I've also spotted a pair up here. I've seen the 2 and a 4 blocking across here, which gives me 2 and 4 in those squares. And what does it mean? It means 2 and 4 are across there. Well, I've got a 2 blocking there. 4, I don't know. So this is not 2 or 4. This has to be 6 and 8. Which will put 8s in those squares. And 6 is somewhere across there. My neighbour is on the telephone very loudly. I can hear. The microphone might be picking up her telephone conversations. Hopefully not. She's talking about somebody's medical thing, so let's hope not. I don't like to earwig. Okay, we have 2 across here and down there. That's going to give me 2 in that square. We've got 1 and 4 blocking down here. That puts 1 and 4 into those squares and leaves me a 6 in that square. Oh, a mosquito. Okay, this is 1 and 4, so let's have a look at these, which must be 5, 6, 9, and we've got 6 and 9 together. Thank you very much. That's got to be a 5 then. And now 5 blocking up here, and across there gives me 5 in that square. We'll be left with 5s like this. Two, 7, 8 missing in this column. 2 and 7. If I can hit the right key cell. This can't be 2 or 7. It's got to be 8. So we got 2 and 7 here. This then is going to be 4, 6, 9. We've got 6 and 9 together. That's going to be our 4. Okay, 6. 6 blocking up here, right? 6 in one of those squares blocking up here. 6 across there. There's our 6. I did say, what was this? 1 and 4. So this is going to be 9, isn't it? Okay. One, 3, 7 missing here. We got 3 and 7 together. That's our 1. So this is a 1 and 5 pair here because we've got 1 and 5, 1 and 5 blocking across all of these squares. So that's a pair of 1 and 5. Now, I think I worked this out, didn't I? Yeah, I said 2 and 4 were down here. And so this has to be 6 and 8. And this is 1 and 5. 6, 8, 1, 5. So that's a 7 there, isn't it? And this is a 3. Two, 4, 9 missing across it. We've got a lot of similar kind of patterns here. We get 3 empty squares and 2 of them blocking. 2, 9 blocking this square. That's going to be a 4. I have a feeling we're going to slow down. It looks like we're at a slow down point. Could be wrong. Let's hope I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like. Sorry for the construction noise outside. It's noisy today. No, we've got 3 across here, 3 across there, and 3 down there. So that must be a 3. 3 up here, 3 down there, 3 across there. There's a 3, and 3 across here, and up there. Ta-da! Thank you, 3, for your service. Come back in another Sudoku puzzle. Okay, I'm going to prove something nice to you now. 7 blocks this square here, right? This square here. 7 blocks this square here. So 7 is either here or here. 7 blocks across here and across here. So 7 is either here or here. So we've got these 4 squares containing 7. It means down here we have to look in the middle row, middle column only. And guess what? We've got 7 blocking one of 2 empty squares. So that must be our 7. Now we have 5 blocking this square, 5 blocking this square. Here's our 5, and I do believe I said 1. That was 1, 5 in those squares, so that's a 1. And this is 1, 8, is it? Let me double check. Yes. So we've got the 8 blocking across here. Here's our 8. There's our 1. 8 blocks across this square and this square, giving us 8 here. And we had 6 and 8 in those squares, didn't we? So 8 blocking up there. There's our 8. There's our 6. Okay, we've got 5 blocking across here and there and up there. That's the final digit, 5. Now, I know this is 2 and 7. So, in these squares, we're looking for 1, 4, 6. We got the 1s here. The 4 and the 6, though, not known at this time by me anyway. Maybe by you, but not by me. But now we've got 2 blocking this square and this square, so there's our 2. And down here we will have 4 and 9 remaining. So when the 8 blocks down here and across here, that's going to be an 8. Now this may or may not lead to something, but I've got 1 and 7 blocking this square, and I've got 1 and 7 blocking this square. Oh yeah, look at that. Actually, we've got this 7 blocking here, 7 blocking here, 7 blocking here, so there's a 7. And then we've got a 1 blocking here, a 1 blocking here, so there's our 1. We know this is a 4. Well, I can certainly remember that. Now we have 4 and 9 in these squares, so that's going to be our 4, that's going to be our 9. My memory's working pretty well this morning, much better than normal, maybe because I'm playing in the morning. 9 there. 9 blocking up here, 9 across there, there's our 9. We can get this, it's 2, I think. Okay, 2 blocking down here, we need a 2 in this row, and this was 7, wasn't it? I think it was. 7 blocking up there, there's our 7, missing digit here, 8. 8 down here, 8 across there, there's our 8. Left to go here now is 4, and something 4 blocks across there, there's our 4. The something is a 6, and this is 1. 1 more digit to get here. It's probably a 6, because it always takes me a long time to find a 6. It was indeed. 6 blocking across there, 6 up there, there's our 6. Last number to place here is 9, I think. And 9 across here and down there, there's our 9. And what's left here? 2. So 2 blocking across there. There's the 2 and 7. 7 back this way and up there gives me 7 in that square. 1 blocking up here gives me a 1 here. 1 across there puts 1 in that square. Missing number 4. 4 missing from here as well. 4 blocking up there giving me 4 in that square. This is 2. 2 blocking down here. Here's a 2. We finished with a 6. Good grief. Definitely nothing like the last New York Times puzzle I played, which was much more difficult than that. Okay, that's it. A nice way to warm up the week, I guess. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.